up in the craft room. I finished up a project earlier and I just did a video on it. But here's my next project. I came out here. It's a beautiful day. Well, it was a beautiful. Oh, it still is. Okay. So it's 61 degrees. I have the door open so the dogs can kind of go in and out, but it's getting a little bit cold. But check out what I'm going to do for the very first time this year. You ready? We're really debating whether or not to take this with us. When we get ready to sell, we're going to have to talk to the realtor and find out what kind of value that adds. It goes out it goes out much more, but it's a little bit breezy. So I'm going to bring it in a little bit. It does have that special setting on it where if it gets too breezy, it will automatically retract. But I don't like to take any chances. But yeah, so when it's full, it comes out to about right here. So about twice as far as it is now. And it has lights in it, so that's really cool. Look, Yesenia, are you watching? There it is. Look at the fish. They are so vibrant, but still not ready to eat. The water is still too cold. It needs to be over 50 degrees for them to need actual food. And I had been debating getting in there myself and cleaning out some of that algae, but I think it's still a little bit too cold. And we hired the company that built this to come out and clean it 2 years ago, but Honey and I watched them do it, and we think we can save ourselves $2,000 and do it ourselves. So we will be doing that probably when we get back from our next trip. But look how vibrantly colored those guys are. Oh, I'm so happy. There's Shandy enjoying the sunshine, but it does say it's supposed to start raining here in a bit. And I've got to go out to my building. So why don't I take you guys with me? Look at that. So pretty today. And Rizzo, the old lady, out just basking in the sun. The big waterfall. Honey's like, for sure, me and him can clean this waterfall and the front waterfall. We're just worried about the pond and the fish. Because we don't know how to do, we do know how to take care of fish, but I will be honest with you, I will miss this sound when we move, because we won't be able to put anything like this on the new property because where we're going, and I know you guys will probably freak out, there are snakes. So it's okay. We have different things that we can do, but Honey says if we have water features, it will attract the snakes. So I'm probably going to have like a big pond on the deck, like a trough pond or something like that. So I will have some sound, but it won't be this glorious. Okay, let's go out to my building. Look, we have all these lights. We never put them out. They come on every night, but we're going to take these to the new property. So I don't know what happened to my mushroom. I'll have to fix that. But everything's running real good. Honey filled everything up and cleaned it out. Look how funny is it that just my car, oh my gosh, I have not shown you guys this. Look at this. Can you figure that one out? I look at people in my rearview mirror, and it's funny. The moment they figure it out, I see it all over their face. Some of it's good and some of it's bad. There's the tractor that will be going to either Arkansas or Oklahoma, one of the two. We're going to go look at both on our next trip, and that will build our driveway and our parking area. All right, I'm going to have to turn this off. I've got stuff in there too. I got to turn this off so I can open the building. Honey always locks it. So we still had some snow remnants in the way. And you can see how I had to like really bust it up to... We got some snow over there. There's some snow back there. I don't know why that looks like dirt. I mean, there's some dirt on there, but that's snow too. Okay, let's go look at my... This is my scary building. Honey is really bad about just throwing stuff in my building. I had it all nice, but we are getting a dumpster, and he's going to throw away... This is not dumpster stuff here. This is good stuff, and a lot of it I'm going to take to the new place. I was hoping I could get in here. I feel like painting something. Oh, I see what the problem is. Okay, so when we moved out of the old shop, there were pieces of furniture my dad had made that I was using for displays. This is one of them. Back there are two of them. And there's another one back there. So when he had to bring that stuff in, it just really created this giant issue with my building not looking fantastic anymore. So I guess I'm not going to be able to do this. I really wanted to paint something, but this is just too much moving around for me. So I'm going to forego painting today. Here's my little plastic shed building. I got these really cool window doors. I've got this old vintage ironing board. I've got this great dresser piece. I am even thinking of having Honey remove this drawer and that drawer and cut it out to where this is a desk, because there will be a spot in that house where we can, I don't know. That may be a really bad idea. I don't know. Welcome to the lodge. And some other old wood pieces that I'm going to challenge myself. I'm saying it now. And I'm going to challenge myself to use all repurposed items in the new house. So you've got these old wine box stuff. So I got some cool stuff. There's my summer tires. This one is the one that blew out. And wow, it really did blow out. Did I even tell you guys I had a blowout? I had a blowout. It was probably like 3 or 4 months ago. And look at all of this. We're going to take these to our new property, Arkansas or Oklahoma, and we're going to use that to put up our fence, just like we have back here. So we're going to take little bits of Colorado with us. There is a tractor implement. It's called a grapple. That seems like it's buried in the dirty snow back here. This is a snowplow for the four-wheeler. Honey keeps all his ladders back here in the back. There's the wood splitter. And there is a little cart to pull behind the four-wheeler that we're going to use a lot. So we're going to take the four-wheeler and the cart and the wood, and we're going to make a trip to wherever the new place ends up being. And we're going to take all this stuff with us. We're going to order a small, I'll show you guys, but like a small barn storage building, because guess what? Honey said I can have 2 miniature cows. And earlier I saw little pigs, little baby pigs. Oh my God, they're so cute. It's funny. We have this barbed wire that we picked up a long time ago in case shit hit the fan. Look at all these ladders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who needs 5 ladders? I guess my husband. There's the cargo trailer back there. That will help us get all our stuff to where we're going to. But anyway, I got to get this closed back up. I just wanted to get a look at that piece. The tiny house has a lot of built-in furniture already, but I wanted to see what I have. I have a little small vintage ironing board also. All right, see you guys later. I haven't shown it a lot. I know I've shown it, but you don't see it very often. But this pergola that we added to the garage, I just love it. And I think all the things that we've done around here are just gonna help it seem more enticing to a buyer. A lot of these properties up here are on super steep driveways, whether they're steep up or steep down. And this one's, I mean, although it's definitely got some grade to it, it's not super steep. You know, adding the sidewalk, which you can see the salt and stuff has really worn the color off, but the matching pergola over the front door itself. So let's look over here. Looks like a lot of this succulents are coming back. This looks like the deer have been eating on it. There's a lot of succulents coming up there. They're not pre-colored yet, but so a lot of the stuff that died, like I can take this plant back. I could probably take that plant back too. But I save all my receipts, and that way if anything dies, then they'll replace it. That still looks good. All the succulents are coming back. I mean, for heaven's sakes, look at this. The aspen trees have grown quite a bit from last year. Last year they were real flimsy. And there's a bunch. There's another one over there, back there, popping up there. And they're all coming from that one aspen tree that's on our property. We've only got one. But yeah. So I'll probably wait another month or so to pull these out and take them back. But that's all I'm going to do. I'm not buying any more now that we know for sure we're leaving. I mean, we're probably going to be here another 2 to 4 years. You can see the stuff coming back. Waterfall sounds so pretty. I don't know. I'm just so pumped and excited. Oh, look at this. That baby looks good. And there's some red ones there. Now those are the moms. And those won't come back. Well, they'll start coming back and they'll just be green, but they won't actually blossom until fall. But looky here. That's coming up. Get those little guys coming up. There's a lot coming up in here. Amazing Grace. That was my mom's name, Grace. We got another aspen tree there. And then, of course, I really hurt my knee. Guys, it still hurts. But only when I do stairs. When I'm just walking, it doesn't feel bad. So we got the pergola and the beautiful door. I've had several people say, that door is going to sell this house. Okay, you guys saw the videos yesterday. The door was open, the awning was out, and this is Monday morning. It's not very much, but it sure changes the landscape. And the dogs are outside and they went back in because it's cold. Hey guys, it's Monday. The snow has all melted away. And I haven't shown you guys this. My receptionist, who has also really become my very, very good friend. I have a best friend. She lives in Texas. But this is probably my best friend in Colorado. And she bought me this. Are you ready? So, funny story about this cup. I took it, and if you don't know, yes, I'm a huge Kiss fan. I have a Kiss tattoo. I've seen them 11 times, and yeah. We even saw them in Vegas when they had a residency, and it was great. And honey tolerates them. He's gone with me to 2 concerts. Rihanna actually got to go to 1 concert, and she was little, and we had headphones for her. Anyway, okay. So, funny story about this cup. So, we went to Arkansas, and when we came back in the evening, and we had parked our car at an off-site location. So, these other people also, I guess, parked their car there. And there was a young girl. She must have been 10, maybe 12 years old. And she goes, "Excuse me, I really have to ask, who is that on your cup?" And her dad kind of looked at me and he kind of smiled. And I said, "Well, this is a really big rock band from the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s. Even 2020s, because they just retired like a year ago." So anyway, got a kick out of that. She was cute and funny. But anyway, the main reason I wanted to come is because I have had a lot of people with questions. Why are you moving? You just moved here where I'm at. And here's the thing. So we met with our financial advisor, and we gave him all the information on my husband's VA benefits, my income, the potential, good Lord willing, that the business sells, what we will make off of that, what we will make when we sell this house, the equity that we have, I guess I should say, and all the little things. Like they ask you, do you like to travel? How much would you want to spend on travel a year? Well, we're not travelers. The way we look at it, we want to make our home a resort. And so when you make your home a resort, you want to stay home. So we told him that. Um, they ask about cars. What is your intention with cars? Well, Honey and I have always, we've always had relatively new cars. And when we bought the last two cars, which was last year, we both got new cars last year, we decided that was it. That was it. So I'm 61 years old, potentially having my Cadillac for 20 years. I don't know how old I'm going to live to be. I mean, maybe we sell it and buy something used, but his Bronco, if you don't know, he has a 1970 Bronco in the garage and was absolutely beyond thrilled to get a new Bronco. So, yeah, that's it for us for cars. So we told him that. And he did all the math on all the things. And he said, I guess they rate you based on all that criteria. They rate your level of success to live to be 90. Well, you can do it whatever age, but I said, let's just do it to 90. And then you could go to 100. So he went to 80 and he's like, you're 99%. He went to 90. He's like, you're still 99%. He went to 100. You're still 99%. Okay. The reason is because we're not going to stay in Colorado. We're going somewhere cheaper. So the reason why we did all of this, the reason why we moved here to the mountains was because the market in the city at the time that we sold was where people were paying $100,000 over asking. We got $102,000 over asking. It was the time to sell. We did not want to be in the city anymore. We really wanted to move to South Dakota, but I couldn't sell the business. So we had to do something where we could still sell and still be within driving distance of work. So we sold the house. We moved up here. We got, this house was actually less by about $23,000 less than what we got for our house in the city. Now we still owed on that house. So we didn't have, cash to come up and pay cash for this house, but we were able to put a lot down. We were able to do a lot to the property to make it that sort of resort environment that we wanted. And it worked out perfect. Now, as we were here, and it's funny because everybody told us, you're not going to like the snow. You're not going to like the snow. Well, we love the snow. We don't mind the snow at all. However, when we had that 6-foot dump, it was kind of eye-opening to say, even if we were retired, let's say Honey's health doesn't stay the way it is. I can't go out there in the tractor and plow the snow. I don't even want to learn. I'm a girly girl. I'll be honest, I'm a girly girl. I do not want to learn to do that. So we talked about it, and we both agreed that moving to a state where it is much more financially feasible to live with less resources. Oh yeah, I have to add in, the Social Security. I'm 61, so I potentially could get Social Security here fairly soon, but I'm going to wait. But the reality is that we would be able to live more to the lifestyle that we are accustomed if we moved. We could make it here, but we wouldn't be able to enjoy life as much because we'd be a little bit house poor. So that's why we decided to do that. Then the reason why we decided now was a good time to buy the land, I just got the idea. And honey was like, that's a great idea. Well, when I talked to my financial manager about it, and I told him how much the land was, and I told him what our plan was, is to put a small home on it now so that we can have a place to go and stay when we want to go to the property. He was just like, you can get land for that much an acre? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, you might have a neighbor, me. So he said, yes. He said, I think it's a very good plan. And we're fortunate that we don't have to take any money out of the bank to do it. Okay, well, I take that back. We are taking some money out of the bank, but it is not any money that I got from my mom. That money is just going to sit there and hopefully grow. Right now, with the stock market the way it is, and you guys know how I feel about Trump, I am trying to trust that he has everybody's best interest in mind. If you don't agree with that, let's not argue about it. I really don't want to argue. Like, I talked to my brother, and my brother on several occasions has wanted to argue with me about it. And one time he was texting me, and I said, hey, if we want to stay in a relationship, we cannot talk about this. And so he made one more comment, and I was like, okay, I guess you don't want to stay close. And he was like, I'm sorry. And we haven't talked about it since. So, anyway, yeah, my brother and I are very different. But, he's a whole nother story. You've probably rarely heard me speak of my brother. And that's because we didn't have a relationship until, he's 10 or 11 years older than me. But we didn't have a relationship until, sorry. My mom was in the facility, that she was at, and a lot of things happened. And anyway, I ended up gaining back my brother, losing my sister, but gaining back my brother. And, anyway, so the bottom line is, the reason we are doing this is A, for financial retirement reasons, and B, the kids. Blake and Shane and Lauren all live in the Dallas metro area. So they would be, depending on actually where we end up in Arkansas or Oklahoma, we're looking at 4 to 6 hours drive. Now, the other cool thing is that little house that we're going to put on the property can be a family, what do I want to call it? Vacation spot. So, like, let's say Blake and Lauren just want to get away from the city, and they, because Blake gets 3 days off a week, which is really nice for him. And he can take a lot of time off. I mean, he works for Southwest Airlines, and they're very generous with their employees. So if he wanted to take some extra time off and they just wanted to go stay at the little house, and I found a property. I'm so hoping this property works out. It's way better than the last property because it has water. It has a beautiful creek, and the water is like a clear green. It's really pretty. Part of the property, most of the property is like, here's the street, and then here's the street, and then there's this much property, and then there's creek, and then there's more property over there. And honey is like, I can build a bridge. And I think that would be kind of cool. But we don't know yet what their restrictions are. We do know that there's water and electric to the road. So Anyway, we have a packed plan for our trip that's coming up. First of all, we land Thursday night. We're staying at Blake and Lauren's. Then we're driving to Rockwell, Texas to look at the houses and finalize which house we're getting. And then we're driving to Magnolia, Arkansas. And we've got about 8 properties to look at there. And then we'll stay there that one night. We're staying there. Then we've got properties in Western Arkansas we're going to drive to and try to see a bunch of those. And then the next day we're going to Oklahoma and we're going to see a bunch of properties there. So good Lord willing and the creek don't rise, we will find what we need. Because we're running like, it's like one of those hourglass things. We got a certain amount of time that approval for the land home package will be good. And then if we exceed that, then we have to reapply, and we just don't want to go through that hassle. So we'd like to get it all done by the deadline, which is like May 25th. So it's kind of weird without Honey here, but I got a lot of stuff done. Usually when I'm home, he spends a lot of time outdoors. He, now that it's warming up, even though we got snow last night, but it is kind of warming up. He likes to be outside and do things outdoors. But anyway, he's called me a couple times today, and he's getting the camper ready because the camper is at his brother's house in Kansas, and they're putting new tires on it. And I sent a bunch of stuff from Amazon to his mom's address so that he could kind of get it all ready, because we'll have to stay in the camper on the property for several months while we order the house, unless we find one on the lot we like. But I just don't know. Their clearance models they're still really nice. I'm trying to think with my head and not my heart. Somebody told me that. Who told me that? Oh, my bestie told me that. She's like, yeah. I sent her some links, and she looked at them, and she's like, my dad always said, he said, you make a big purchase, buy it with your head and not with your heart. So we'll see how that goes. And you'll see how that goes, because we're going to do lots of videos while we're gone. As a matter of fact, we'll probably do so much videoing while we're gone this time, because the kids won't be there with us looking at houses this time. So I'll be able to focus more. And I like to take the videos not just for, to look back on. Well, it is to look back on, so that when we leave and we need to remember something, I can remember it by looking at my own personal video. All right, so here's what I've been doing. I have this journal that I'm working on, and guess I will show you. So this is really different. I put this together like a mini album, but it is a journal, and you will see. Let's see, where is, ta-da! Finally, I am doing a Alice in Wonderland journal. I've never watched Alice in Wonderland. I never wanted to watch Alice in Wonderland, but that's what I'm doing. And I am also working on a ladybug. I don't know what you call this. I don't know if I'm going to turn it into a journal or a mini album, but I had these little inserts that came with a product, a dog product, for my dog dryers. And I ordered enough that I had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. And I was like, I could use that for something. So I saved all of them. And yep, now I'm working on a ladybug album. So I'm doing that. I also cut a bunch of stuff I'm just like doing prepping stuff so that I can put stuff together more easily. Let's see. Yeah, an apothecary. And I have all the stuff in the basket to work on that particular project. So I started out and I was just going to do that. And then I was like, no, I think I'm going to make just base foundations and then I will decorate. And yeah. All right, I should go. It's been 19 minutes, but I hope this answered a lot of questions because, you know, people don't seem to, I mean, we're not the kind of people that just want to move every 4 years. We don't. And we'll probably still, so we've been here for 4 years. We'll probably be here at least another 2 to 4 years while the business is up for sale, and good Lord willing, we find a buyer, because in 5 years, my lease is up and I'll be too old to sign another lease. So I will just have to close the doors. So I have to sell it within 5 years. So if we buy the property now, we move the little house, gives us a place to go, and it gives us an opportunity to start working on the property and making it how we want it. Like Honey wants to put up, he wants a fence the whole thing. And I'm just like, oh dear Lord. But I was like, can you just fence what we need to for the dogs? Because fencing the whole thing would be, I mean, that one property I was just telling you about was 10 acres. How much would it cost to fence 10 acres? Too much. Too much. So it just gives us the opportunity to use it as a vacation spot, for all of our family to be able to use it whenever they like. They do have to clean it when they're done. That's for sure. So, okay, now we're at 20 minutes, 39 seconds. See you later. Bye. Hey guys, it's Tuesday morning. Look at this beautiful mug. Savannah gave this to me a while back, and at first, I didn't love it. It's handmade. Somebody got a creative signature underneath. She said she bought it at a farmer's market, and it's my favorite mug now. You can microwave this, and the mug doesn't get hot. That's one of the big things I love about it. But anyway, I'm done with my tea. It's gone. So I just wanted to come and tell you. Oh, my dog is barking. Stop. So I wanted to tell you, I am getting so pumped to decorate this new house. And I talked to Honey last night, and there's a house that there's a clearance house. And I told the GM at the place, I said, I won't buy it because it's peach colored. Peach. It was meant to like go to the ocean and be a house at the ocean. She's like, we'll paint it for you, no charge, if you want it. So we're considering that. And when I talked to Honey last night, I was like, how about blue? Let's paint it blue. We're also considering custom ordering a house, and I just spent several hours yesterday going through all the upgrades that you can do to these houses. Right now I have about $13,000 in upgrades, but I don't understand all of this stuff. There's stuff on here I don't understand. Do we need that? I don't know. I don't know what it is. So I've got an appointment tomorrow morning to talk to the GM so I can get more on board with what I want, because I sent her 3 houses that we liked, and she gave me the base model price. But here's my question. So there's windows on that list. Does it come just as a box and we have to pay for every window that goes in it? Or does it come with some windows? It comes with doors, but it comes with solid doors, and we want doors with windows with the blinds in it. So I have to find all that out. But I am getting really pumped about decorating this house. And when I went out to my building, I realized there is a lot of stuff in there that we could DIY to go in that house. Like a lot of stuff. And if we need more stuff, which, let's see, we're going to need an entertainment center, a small entertainment center. Because when I looked at that list, a small entertainment center is like $600. I'm like, I could DIY an entertainment center for less than $100. So we'll need a couch, and that I cannot DIY. So we will have to buy a couch. We'll need some kind of like little, the bedrooms are small. So once you get your bed in there, it's literally just a room to sleep in. You could probably change your clothes in there, but it's not a room to hang out in unless you're in bed watching TV. So I'm thinking instead of side tables, maybe we do like a wall shelf, because there's literally going to be maybe 2 feet on each side of the bed. So rather than a table, because then when you roll over, you might hit the table. We might do like some shelves on the wall. I'm thinking I've got a lot of hanging stuff in my building, like a hanging wire basket thing that we could use in the bathroom for towels. There's all kinds of fun vintage stuff out there. There's stuff that I think would be cool on the deck. And I have 3 milk cans. I think 2 of them are the same size and one of them is a little bit smaller. But milk cans, we can turn those into tables, because honey can cut me a round piece of wood. I can stain it, do all the things to it, and turn it into like end tables on the front porch. I also cannot, well, possibly could, I was going to say DIY patio furniture, because I've seen people make patio furniture out of pallets and just buy the cushions. And I love the rusticness of it. I have to show you this piece of property I'm looking at. So I accidentally came across this piece of property because it's not on Zillow. I contacted Zillow about properties to get a realtor, and this realtor had this listing on her, it's her private listing. And I'm going to flip the camera around in a second and I'm going to show you, it's very much in the wilderness. She's like, oh, are you sure this is like really far out and not real close to any stores? I was like, look, we are going to retire. We do not need to be near a Walmart, because we will buy in bulk. And we'll probably only go to the store once or twice a month once we're retired. So that was fine. The listing says, and I know I have at least one realtor that watches out there. The listings, let me read exactly what it says. Oh, I got to move the phone because it's right in front of my computer. Well, here. Oh, okay. This 10-acre property with Cheney Creek flowing through is a must-see. Has been clear cut and mulched, ready to build your dream home or replant and have an investment. New culvert at the entrance, new cypress trees and Ozark chinquapins planted. This is a breathtaking place located 30 minutes from such and such marina on Lake Greeson, 11 miles northeast of Murfreesboro, and is accessible by Shawmut Road. Okay, here's the important part. No utilities on site, but can be accessed at the border of the property. Now, we already found out that you can get 5 poles for free as long as you're putting a house on the property. So, if it's at the border of the property and it's 10 acres, 5 poles should be enough. But what about water? So I messaged the realtor. It's actually not her listing. It's somebody else in that office's listing. And she said, oh no, she's telling me utilities are 2.5 miles away. And I'm like, but that's not what the listing says. And I wouldn't think that they would make that huge mistake on the listing. I said, can you please check with her again? I love this property. You guys, 10 acres for $55,000 with a creek? All right, let me show it to you. All right, here is view number 1. It's already got this, it's got a culvert and a little bit of a gravel pad, road, whatever. You can kind of see it kind of stops right here. But clearly people have been driving on this area. Look at that. They could just back that house right in there. Perfect. And the big house later on could go right here, overlooking the creek. I know this property isn't going to work out. It's too perfect. Look at that. And did you see? Hold on. So here's the creek right here. So I'd say 2/3 of the property is on this side of the creek, and then 1/3 of the property is on that side of the creek. Sorry about the blinds in the picture there. Or, you know, a house could go right here, and I can imagine the deck coming out to here and just like pretty much hanging out over the river. Ugh. Just lovely. A lot of pictures of the water. Okay. This is where I imagine the big house is, in this area. And maybe this small house over here. I'm not sure. We're going to have to see it. But this one, I am super, super pumped about. And I already talked to the lady. It's not in a flood zone. They will tell you how far back you should put your house from the creek. But they, I don't know who they is. Somebody. Look at that. Okay. So there you go. Tell me what you think. Well, we did get some snow last night, and it's supposed to snow all day today and all night and half of tomorrow. Happy April 18th. Okay, guys, how pretty is this? This is a final, I don't know if you call this a switchback. It's pretty tight, but yeah, that's my favorite curve. I've shown you before. Anyway, it looks so pretty. There's not a lot sticking to the road. I mean, the road's not even white, as you can see. So the road, I mean, it was 70 degrees yesterday, so, but things stick to the trees and they look so pretty. So I just thought I'd show you. Absolutely stunning. I will miss this. I will miss it. But when you have like 7 months of it, it's a lot. So I'm going to enjoy it till it's time to go. And when it's time to go, I will enjoy what we go to. Here's my printer. It's Friday night. I'm getting ready to print some stuff because I just bought some new papers to make journals with. But I wanted to show you how beautiful the snow looks coming down in the forest. Look at that. And the pond, you can barely see it. Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm gonna miss these times, but I'm also gonna love being able to sit out on the deck and drink my tea in the morning for more than 3 months out of the year. Look how pretty everything looks, kind of blue. It is 8 o'clock, 8:05. Hopefully dogs will go potty one more time. Look at the waterfall. I'm gonna open the, I literally just got up. I want to show you. I don't know if you can tell how pink that is. So pretty. Hey guys, it is Saturday morning and I am headed out to work. I thought this was really cool looking because the sun is shining from behind and then it is super dark deeper into the mountains in that direction. And I just thought it made for a really pretty aesthetic. So I wanted to share it with you. A lot of you have said, I'm gonna really miss all the beautiful winter scenery. Don't fret. I imagine we'll be here at least 3 or 4 more years. So you'll get to see a lot more and we'll get to live a lot more of it. But we still love it. We just think it's a little intense for older people. So we're going to, we're going to move. But we're going to really, really savor the time that we have here because it is still absolutely stunning and beautiful. So, all right, see you later. Well, here it is, Saturday afternoon, and the roads are completely clear, but the trees are still covered. This could be our last big snowstorm. We'll probably get more snow. We've had snow since we've been here in 4 years, up to June 1st. June 1st, the day after Savannah's wedding, we got 1 foot of snow. June 1st. So, anyway, my honey bunny will be home tomorrow, and I'm going to wait and fix our Easter dinner after he gets home. So, I don't know yet if I'm going to do Easter with my favorite television evangelist, or if I'm going to go down to our church. I keep forgetting to go past there to see what time the Easter service is. And they do have an Easter service at a place called Red Rocks. It's an outdoor amphitheater. I did that one time, and I would never do it again because A, you have to walk at least a mile to park and get to a place where you can watch the service. And yeah, it was a lot. So anyway, I hope everybody has a wonderful Easter, and hopefully everybody watching knows what Easter is really about, because it's not about the bunny. It's definitely not about the bunny. So anyway, it's starting to get hot in this car. I turned the heat up. It's 28 degrees outside. You can kind of see there, 28 degrees. And I got the heater on in here, and it is hot. And my employees were so lovely to me. Yeah, they're the best. And it is foggy up here. Hey guys, happy Easter. It is, ooh, so pretty this morning. Just blue. The wind is blowing, the trees are kind of going, and there's lots of snow. Happy Easter. I hope everybody knows the true meaning.